The city of Tampa, Florida, is getting ready to host Super Bowl 55. The hometown Buccaneers are set to face off against the reigning Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs Sunday at Raymond James Stadium. The matchup features one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever set foot on the gridiron in Tampa Bay's Tom Brady, while Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs look to become the 8th team in NFL history to repeat as Super Bowl champions. As both teams get ready for kickoff, Tampa is preparing as well. The city and NFL have made several changes because of the pandemic. CBS News correspondent Jamie Yukas has more on the peculiarities of Super Bowl 55.
When America's biggest sporting event kicks off tomorrow, expect to see masked fans socially distanced in the stands of Raymond James Stadium. And that's just some of the precautions.
Every fan will have nobody seated in front of them, nobody behind them, as well as wipes and hand sanitizer in restrooms, which not only have physical distancing, but touchless. It's the first ever cashless Super Bowl.
The concern over crowds here is amplified. Tampa isn't just hosting the game. Its hometown team, the Buccaneers, are playing in it. Tampa Mayor Jane Castor. Can the city handle this?
We can handle it. It's imperative that everyone understands the level of personal responsibility and that they have to wear masks.
Nearly 44,000 of these cardboard cutouts will help keep the fans in attendance maintain a safe distance.
Invite each member of your team to be our guest at the Super Bowl.
That includes about 7,500 vaccinated healthcare workers who are special guests of the NFL, including married doctors Jacob and Alicia Salmon.
Tom Brady is like the one player I'm so excited to see him.
Because he went to University of Michigan. So
I grew up watching him, and it's just, I never thought I would see him at the Super Bowl.
The Bucs quarterback is one thing that won't feel new to viewers. Tom Brady is playing in an unprecedented 10th Super Bowl, but his first with Tampa Bay. And Brady's trying to help his coach, Bruce Arians, win his first championship.
Well, how are you feeling about it?
Oh, I feel fantastic. It won't sink in for till the end of February, but it hit me when I was holding the Hallis Trophy that we're going to the Super Bowl. It was really cool.
With the country suffering from the effects of a pandemic and political division, Arians hopes tomorrow's big game can be unifying for the country.
Do you feel like this game can bring us together?
I hope so. I really do. I just wish we could fill the stadium. Hopefully next year we'll be back to some form of normal. But this year, yeah, I'm hoping it can bring back a lot of people, bring them back together.
I think a lot of us are hoping that. Those lucky enough to get tickets say that they plan to be safe, they all plan to wear a mask, and the NFL does plan to make that easy for fans. They're going to be handing out these KN95 masks as people walk into the stadium on Sunday.
Jamie, thank you. Joining me now from Tampa, Florida is Josh Sidorowicz. He's a reporter at our CBS News Tampa, St. Petersburg affiliate, WTSP. Josh, thanks for being with me. So Tampa is going to make history on Sunday by becoming the first city to ever host its own hometown team in a Super Bowl game. What's the energy like on the ground there?
Oh my gosh, Lana, I mean, how cool is that, right? History in the making here. It has been so fun. Dare I say we are bucks wild out here. You look around, there's red everywhere. People are so proud. And, it's funny, too. In one way, it's been a tough go for Tampa sports fans here this past year because all of our teams have been winning, and we haven't been able to really, truly enjoy it or even go watch them play. Our Bolts, our hockey team, won the Stanley Cup. We couldn't watch them. They were playing in the bubble. The Rays, our baseball team, made it to the World Series. Couldn't go see them. Now our Bucks are in the Super Bowl. But, on the other hand, it's been a welcome distraction here. There is so much pride. There's a lot of excitement, too, because it's been, 12 years since the last time that Tampa hosted a Super Bowl, and, boy, a lot has changed in that time since, and there's been a ton of new development. Downtown looks different. The Riverwalk, where we're at along here, looks very different. There's been a lot of new people that have moved into the area. So to be on a national and an international stage to show that off, that is exciting. You said it's history as well. And ask any Kansas City Chiefs fan who's in town. I'm sure they would say you can't beat the weather either. This is February in Florida. Come on.
I know, we're all jealous. And, you think about all the local merchants and and restaurants and things like that that are missing out on all of the income that usually comes to them during the Super Bowl. So I guess the only solution is you guys are going to just have to keep on winning, looking at 2021. That's something to spread around there. All right,
What
Josh,
a tough problem
let's talk
to
about
have.
security.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. So security is at an all-time high. There's this global pandemic, obviously. What measures are being taken to ensure that all fans are safe, both at the game and the larger city fans overall?
So you heard Jamie just talking about a little bit of that in her report. Tampa Mayor Jane Castor, she implemented a mask order here. So anywhere that you're outside here along the Riverwalk and some of the entertainment districts around the city by the stadium, you've got to have your mask on. Tampa police say they are going to be enforcing that. They don't want to fine people. They're going to just come up and tell you, hey, you got to put your mask on. But they are going to be out here making sure that you're doing that, making sure that you're distancing as well. You go to all of the different NFL experiences. I've been kind of bopping around a few of them here the past couple days. Those are all, strict mask mandates in there. The one park here where they've got all of the challenges, the kick challenges, the 40-yard dash, the Lombardi Trophy, that's actually got limited tickets to get inside solely so that they can control the crowds that are in there as well. And then in the stadium, obviously we're not going to be able to fully fill that thing. On a good day, Raymond James holds about 65,000. You'll have about half that, 22,000. A good chunk of those will be vaccinated healthcare workers, a lot of them from here in Florida. And then everyone going into the stadium will get, I guess, a PPE goodie bag. So you'll have a mask, you'll have some other safety things in there as well. But a big security for a big event like this is not uncommon. This is, to put in some perspective, they said the largest national security event since the inauguration last month. You've got upwards of 70 agencies here, local, state, as well as federal here. But certainly some added challenges when you're doing all of this on top of a pandemic, just trying to keep everyone safe here, Lana. And you don't want to run into issues where you've got too many people maybe crowded into too small of an area, for instance.
Yeah, I wonder if that becomes more of a challenge, particularly if the Bucs win the Super Bowl. We know people love to stream out into the streets, spontaneous celebrations. What preparations has the city made to keep the virus spread at a minimum during the potential for those celebrations?
Sure. Well, not too much on specifics that we've gotten from Tampa Police, but it's interesting you say that because in one way, while not having the large crowds and like the big events that you've got to police has made it maybe slightly easier for law enforcement. In another way, it's created this new challenge now with the Bucs making it in because, they've got to monitor a little bit more closely the potential for these smaller spontaneous gatherings and celebrations to pop up, especially if we've got a Bucs victory, fingers crossed here that we get that here tomorrow night. So the Tampa police chief said it's going to be sort of a different type of crowd control. And we heard from the special agent in charge of the FBI Tampa field office here who said, once we found out that the Bucs were going to be in it, that did kind of change their game plan a little bit. They had to adjust accordingly because of that, because it does take maybe a little bit different approach when you've got that hometown pride and that hometown excitement here. But again, it's keeping everyone out here safe, but also keeping all of the law enforcement officials who are out here, keeping them safe as well and making sure that they are, they've got all their protective gear and that they're safe and healthy as well. So hoping for a Bucs win here, hoping that we can celebrate it safely and responsibly as well. That would be the icing on top of this year.
All right, Josh, wishing you all luck out there. Thanks for joining us.